first one is say one, which means reject something that is true, right? And the second one is
Reject.
not reject something that is false, right? So look at this case, what is it? So no evidence of any serious problem. However, a very costly test can be performed to check, right? So they will say, oh, you are okay, right? No problem. But if you like, you can perform it to check it, right? So if you are okay, right? If you are okay, and then you decide to check it, what is it? You are okay, right? You decide to check it. That means you reject something that is true, that is correct, right? So in that case, it will cost you, right? So look at the choice. We have this focus group. We have choice C, right? Get that? So this one is we waste money on unnecessary test, right? So remember the consumer not trying number one was it to reject something that is true. Now, what is a false positive? This one you need to read the textbook, right? You have two things: false negative and false positive. What is false positive? You do a test, HIV test, and it shows a positive. What's it mean? You have this here now?
Yes.
Yeah, but sometimes actually not, right? Sometimes actually not. So this is the false positive. So the false positive means the test indicate that there is certain symptom and certain disease, but the actual case is not, right? So this is called the false positive. The false negative, what is the reverse of that, right? False negative that means the test show that you have no evidence. However, actually you have a disease, right? That is a false negative. So what is it? 50% rate of false positive. That means about half of the test show cancer, right? Positive. When you test for the cancer, means you have cancer. That is not exist. This is called the false positive. Okay with that? Okay with the second one? Okay. So look at the first one. Take up a mean. Which of the following is incorrect? Which one? Look at the B, for instance, in the right tail test, we reject X0 when the test statistic exists the critical value. True, right? The critical value is based on the researcher chosen level of significance. True, right? Then the test is right tail test. True. Now look at A. X0 is rejected when calculated p-value less than the critical value. Is that correct? When we use p-value, we compare with what?
Probability.
Probability, not critical value, right? When we compute the test statistic, we compare with the critical. But when we have p-values, we should compare with alpha, the probability. Got it? P-value is the probability, so we have to compare with the probability with the alpha. So incorrect would be A, right? And this one is A. Right now look at the number 4. What is the right choice? Okay, so we have here the two tail test. Look at the K of the right tail test, right? So let's say we have here Z alpha divided by 2, right? Where is Z alpha? On the left or on the right? Assume here is Z alpha divided by 2, right? Where is Z alpha? Z alpha is here on the left or on the right? On the left or on the right? Z alpha. This one is, this area in this case alpha divided by 2. We have Z alpha divided by 2. So here is Z alpha. Got it? Okay, so this area is, okay. So given your T calculated. right? The decision is when it's greater than, remember that? Greater than, you reject. So, greater than here or greater than there, which one is better? So, if the z alpha here, that means z alpha higher or less than z alpha divided by 2? Value, less than or higher than? Less than, right? And higher than we reject, remember that? This one is higher, critical. So higher than this one, easier or higher than this one, which one is easier? Higher than z alpha or higher than z alpha divided by 2?
Z alpha.
Higher than z alpha, right? Because z alpha is smaller than z alpha divided by 2, right? So the answer is, it's harder to reject in the two-tailed test than in the one-tailed test. In other words, it is easier to reject in the one-tailed test than in the two-tailed test, right? Because the criteria is t integration greater than or equal to. How many of you have correct answer for this one? How many of you have correct answer for this question? Yes or no? Okay, so this one requires a little bit imagination. You need to make a diagram, right? To make a diagram. And then you show z alpha, and then z alpha divided by 2. And of course z alpha less than z alpha divided by 2, right? Similarly for the left tail, you also have the same thing, right? So here you have negative z alpha divided by 2, and here you should have negative z alpha. Get that? And from here to the left is reject, right? So if the t value right here, what in the one test you already reject, but the two test not, right? So it's smarter to reject the two test than in the one test. In other words, it's easier to reject one test than in the two test. Got it? So this question requires you to really understand the critical value, right? Now number 5. Critical value in a hypothesis test is the right from the sample. Is that the right from the sample? Critical value? Yes or no? It's the right from what?
Population.
No, not population. It's the right from what?
It's
Critical value. The right from what? The right from when you have what information you can get the critical value.
Probability.
You have alpha, right? Given you the significant level alpha, you can get the critical value, right? So is that the right from the sample? No, right? It determined by alpha and the time of the test, is that correct? Given you alpha, right tail test or alpha two tail test, left tail test, can you find out the critical value? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so the critical value can be, we can get it, we can determine it based on alpha and the time of the test. Okay? So actually the question requires you to understand the lecture in order to answer for that. Now look at number 6. First of all, we need to know what kind of test, right? Is it a Z test or is it a T test? So what information we may determine the Z test based on what? Okay, look at the problem number 6 and tell me how can you know this one is a Z test based on what? The process that produced a Sonora bar, a type candy, is intended to produce the bar with the mean weight of 56 grams. Standard deviation of 0.77 grams, right? A random sample of 49 candy bar have a mean of 55.82 grams. Okay? Now, the information we have is produce a bar with a mean of 56 and the standard deviation is known to be 0.77, right? The standard deviation is known. Get that? So we have 2K. When we do the test for the mean, we know sigma or we don't know sigma. If we know sigma, we use the Z test. If we don't know sigma, we use the C test. So in this case, clearly indicate that you know sigma, right? So what information we have here? Okay, so you know sigma, we say 0.77. Okay, what is the sample mean? What is the sample mean in this case?
55.
55.82. Right? What is the sample size in this case? 49. Okay. Whether the mean is older than it's supposed to be.
Này đâu đâu làm.
The mean, now we write down, look at the page. The mean, right, smaller than it's supposed to be. What is the value supposed to be?
56.
56, right. So this one is x0 or x1?
H1.
Oh, okay, this one is x1. So first of all, you write down exactly what they say, and then you determine is it x0 or x1. Right. So, x0, in this case we have mu. Got it? So this is what kind of test?
110.
One tail left or right? Left tail.
Left.
Right, so alpha. Got it? Yeah. Now we do it. We calculate the z. Z is calculated by this formula, right? Z equal to x1, right? Minus mu divided by sigma square root of n. And we substitute the value we have here. So we have x bar 55.82, right? Minus mu, to be 56 in this case, 0.77 square root of 49, right? 49. And then we have the value of negative 1.63. Okay. Then we find out what is that? Let's find the p-value, right? P-value. So after we have that, how can we find the p-value in this case? P-value equal to the probability that C. Remember the way to find the p-value for the delta test? P-value. After we have z, what is the value of z? Negative 1.6336, right? And can you find out the probability for this one? You can use this function in Excel. You can also look at the table, right? So look at the table and tell me what the value we have. You may look at the negative 1.64, right? 1.64.
Có bạn nào nhỉ?
So what is the value you have? 0.0
Có bạn nào?
516. You have the table, right? Okay.
Có bạn nào? Có bạn
You
nào?
have it?
Which
Look at the appendice too. Z, of course, Z, you need to look at the appendice too. Find for the Z value negative 1.64. Negative 1.64. Okay. What you see? Negative 1.64. Tell me what is the values? 0.0505. You know how? Okay. So is that this one? 0 point. You look at the table. 1 point. You should 64, right? 36. I can give rounds because 63. Right? You see that? We have the, when we round this one, it becomes negative 1.64. Okay, no? Okay, so tell me what is the values? 0 point?
0505.
05.
Thế
Okay.
là tao làm sao rồi? Alo rồi.
Now, look at the next one. Look at the